Welcome to another episode of Dirty Banter, the podcast for all things gardening. Why did the gardener quit his job? Because his salary wasn't high enough. Okay, with that out of the way, let's dig in and have some fun. Today, we're tackling one of our most requested topics, how to get started with your very first garden. We're calling this one Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap, your first garden, because let's be real, starting out can feel super intimidating. You see those amazing, lush gardens online and think, yeah, right, I could never do that. Well, I'm here to tell you that you absolutely can. I hear it all the time. People worry it's going to cost a fortune, that they need some kind of secret ancient knowledge, or that they just weren't born with that magical green thumb. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. The green thumb is a myth. It's just about knowing a few simple things and not being afraid to try. So, stick with me for the next few minutes. We are going to completely demystify this whole process. Think of this as your simple, no-fuss guide to getting a garden going that you can be seriously proud of, all without breaking the bank. By the end of this, you're going to be so ready to get growing. All right, first things first. Before you even think about buying a single seed or a cute little plant, the most important decision you'll make is where your garden is going to live. Just like in real estate, the number one rule is location, location, location. And what's the number one rule of garden location? It's all about the sun. You know, most of the yummy things we want to eat, vegetables, herbs, fruits, they're total sun worshipers. So your first mission, should you choose to accept it, is to become a sun detective. Spend a day just watching the light in your space. Find that sweet spot that gets at least 6 solid hours of direct sunlight. Seriously, this one step will save you so much grief down the road. Now, you do not need a massive backyard to get started. In fact, for most beginners, one of these two options is absolutely perfect. Container gardening is amazing if you're working with a small space like a balcony or a patio. Plus, you can move your pots around to chase that sun. Raised beds, on the other hand, are awesome because you get total control over your soil from day one, and they're way easier on your back. And here's a little pro tip for raised beds that is just genius. Make sure you can reach the middle of the bed without stepping in it. This is so important because when you step on your garden soil, you compact it. You squeeze all the air out, and it makes it really tough for plant roots to breathe and grow. A little bit of planning here makes a huge difference. Okay, so you've found your sunny spot, you've picked your garden style. Now for the fun part, the gear. And don't worry, you are not going to need to go out and buy a whole shed full of tools. I promise. The single most important thing you will buy for your garden isn't a fancy tool at all. It's your soil. You have to stop thinking of it as just dirt. It's a living, breathing ecosystem, just packed with billions of tiny organisms that are going to feed and protect your plants. Good soil is everything. It's the foundation of your entire garden. And speaking of buying things, check this out. This is your entire starter shopping list. That's it. Seriously, forget those long, overwhelming aisles at the big box store. All you need is a good bag of soil, some compost to give it a boost, a little hand trowel, something to water with, and some gloves. Simple and affordable, just like we said. So if soil is the foundation, then compost? Well, compost is the secret ingredient. Think of it like a superfood smoothie for your garden. It's packed with nutrients, it feeds all that amazing life in your soil, and you can buy it by the bag or even make it for free from your kitchen scraps. It's black gold. Okay, you've got your spot, you've got your soil, you've got your handful of tools. It is officially go time. This is where the magic really starts to happen. Planting seeds can seem a little intimidating, but I promise you it's this easy. Just follow these steps and you'll be golden. Always check your seed packet for how deep to plant, but a good rule of thumb is about twice as deep as the seed is wide. And I absolutely love that final step. Pat the soil down like patting a baby. You just want to make sure the seed has good, snug contact with the soil. That's what tells it it's time to wake up and grow. Now, if you want a little head start, a great little cheat code for beginners. You can buy seedlings. You know those little baby plants that are already started for you at the nursery? Planting them is even easier than using seeds. It's a fantastic shortcut that really builds your confidence and gets you that much closer to your very first harvest. All right, we have totally covered the how. Now for my favorite part, the what. Deciding what you're going to grow is where your personality really gets to shine in the garden. What are the flavors you absolutely love? For any first-timer, I always recommend starting with herbs. They're just so generous. They grow fast. A lot of them are pretty forgiving if you make a mistake, and the reward is immediate. I'm telling you, the moment you snip some of your own fresh basil for a pasta sauce, you will be hooked for life. Just one little warning on the mint. It's a bit of an enthusiastic grower, so trust me on this. Always keep it in its own pot unless you want your entire garden to become a mint field. And hey, why stop with herbs? There are so many veggies that are perfect for beginners. Radishes are amazing for that hit of instant gratification. You can be eating them in less than a month. Leafy greens are great if your sun situation isn't quite perfect. And come on, how can you not want to grow something called dinosaur kale? It's delicious, it's good for you, and it just looks so cool. But at the end of the day, this whole thing is about so much more than just growing some food. It's about a level of flavor that you just can't buy in a store. A sunwarm tomato picked right off the vine, it's a completely different experience. It's about connecting with where your food comes from and the simple, profound joy that brings. So I'll leave you with this question. After seeing just how simple this can all be, what are you excited to plant? Is it going to be some spicy basil for homemade pesto? Some sweet, crisp snap peas you can eat right there in the garden? Or hey, maybe even some of that dinosaur kale? The possibilities are endless, and your adventure is just getting started. That's all from the Dirty Vancer today. See you all in the comment section, and remember, don't be afraid to dig in and get your hands dirty.